Okay, in this video, we are going to go over how to solve two-step linear equations with one variable. So it's multi-step, two-step, and we are going backward to isolate the variable. We are going to separate variable, and the steps are remove the term being added or subtracted to the variable term first, and then remove the coefficient of the variable by dividing or cross multiplying, clearing fraction, or multiply by the reciprocal. And the rule of thumb is to leave your solution in fraction form unless there is a decimal in the problem. So change it to fraction. So solve each equation for the specified variable. So a minus 3x equals negative 16. We are trying to solve for x, right? So subtract 8. Subtract 8. 8 is cancelled. Bring down negative 3x equals negative 16 minus 8 is negative 24. We have to divide by negative 3. Negative 3 x equals negative 24 divided by negative 3 is a positive 8. Okay, this is the literal equation. So, but you solve in a very similar way. We're trying to find x, subtract b on both sides. You are left with ax equals 0 minus b is negative b. And then divide by x. X equals negative b over a. 7x minus 6 equals 29. So add 6 on both sides. And then 7x equals 29 plus 6 is 35. Divide both sides by 7. X equals 5. Okay, 2y plus 6x equals 12. We are isolating, we are separating y. Subtract 6x first. And you bring down to y. Here you cannot combine them. 12 is a constant. 6x, it has a variable. You cannot combine them. So you write 12 minus 6x. And then divide both sides by 2. 2 is cancelled. Y is 12 minus 6x over 2. Now you are gonna divide each term in the numerator by 2. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. So y equals 6 minus 3x. Okay. 9 minus x equals 7. Subtract 9 on both sides. 9 will be cancelled. Bring down negative x. 7 minus 9 is negative 2. Negative x is the same as negative 1x. Divide both sides by negative 1. X equals negative 2 divided by negative 1 is positive 2. 2x minus y equals 4. How do you isolate or separate y? You have to get rid of 2x first. And then bring down negative y. Here it's 4 minus 2x. Negative y is negative 1y, right? So divide both sides by negative 1. Negative 1 will be cancelled, so you have y. And this is the 4 divided by negative 1, which is negative 4. And then negative 2 divided by negative 1, which is positive 2x. Okay, now we have decimals. So same thing, you are solving for x, subtract 7.2 on both sides. Subtract 7.2. 7.2 will be cancelled. Bring down negative 0.5x. 4.6 minus 7.2 is, put in your calculator, it will give negative 2.6. Divide both sides by -5. Put in your calculator. Your calculator give you 5.2. Negative divided by negative becomes positive. Also, if you change it to fraction, it will give you 26/5. Okay. Ax plus by equals c. You are separating y. Subtract ax on both sides. We have by equals c minus ax. We want to isolate y, so divide both sides by b. B will be cancelled. Y equals c minus ax over b. Okay, number 9, x over 3 minus 4 equals -6. You are solving for x, add the 4 on both sides. X over 3 is -6, so plus 4 is -2. Multiply both sides by 3. X equals -2 times 3 is -6. 1 over 2x plus y equals 4. You are trying to find y. So subtract 1/2 x on both sides. Then this will be cancelled. Y equals 4 minus 1/2 x. That's it. 6 plus 2 over 3x equals -10. You are solving for x. Subtract 6 on both sides. 6 is cancelled. 2 over 3x equals -10 minus 6 is -16. Okay, to get rid of this fraction, you can multiply by its reciprocal, 3 over 2. So 3, the reciprocals will cancel each other, so you are left with x on the left side. And -16 times 3 divided by 2, put in your calculator, it will give you -24. 2x minus 4y equals -8. You are so trying to solve for y. Subtract 2x on both sides. -4y equals, here you can write -8 minus 2x or write -2x minus 8. Divide both sides by -4. -4 will cancel each other. Y equals, now this is the same thing as -2x over -4. And then minus 8 over -4, right? So y equals -2 divided by -4. So wait, yeah, -2 divided by -4 is positive 1/2 x. -8 divided by -4 is positive 2. So this is your final answer. How can you solve for x? Add 3 on both sides. -2 over 5 x equals -4 plus 3 is -1. Multiply both sides by -5 over 2. That's the reciprocal of this fraction. Reciprocals cancel each other. X equals -1 times -5 is positive 5 over 2. Okay, we are solving for L. Subtract 2w on both sides. P minus 2w will be 2L. Divide both sides by 2. L equals P minus 2w over 2. So this can be an answer, but if you want to simplify more, you can do it. This is the same as P over 2 minus 2w over 2. So you can cancel this. So P over 2 minus w equals L.